Purchasing solar panels. Is it worth it or not? My name is Matt with Highline Financial Coaching. Today I'm excited to talk about this. I know this, hopefully it isn't very controversial for most people, but today we're going to talk about is it financially beneficial to put solar panels on your house? I've coached hundreds of people into paying these off and paying off the debt that you pull by putting these on your house. So first, we're gonna talk a little bit about what it takes to add these to your house. And again, for those of you on here, we're just looking at the financial burden that these cost to put on your house. We're not looking if you're looking to put these on your house to get off the grid, to be environmentally friendly. Those are great reasons to put them on your house. So don't think this is going after those reasons. We are just looking at the financial burden and what it costs. Is it worth it in the long run to put these on your house and switch over to this renewable energy to be able to do that? So what happens a lot of times, these companies have salespeople that come and knock your neighborhood, and if somebody knocks on your door and says they're installing solar panels, typically they'll say they can get them up for anywhere from $30,000 to $80,000 to put them onto your house. Now, one of the things they'll tell you is they're going to give you a loan for that, and you can pay on it over the next 20 years or whatever that is. One thing they don't tell you is that puts a lien on your house. So they'll put a lien on your house, and you cannot sell the house until that loan is paid off. So right away, you're going to add anywhere from $30,000 to $80,000 of debt onto your house. Now, the benefit of this loan is most of the time they try to set it up so that your electric bill will cover that loan. So you may be swapping out a $300 electric bill for a $300 loan bill. And so that may be beneficial for you. It may be something that you're interested in doing. Again, what they don't tell you is you do have that lien against your house, and it is considered a debt. It will go against your credit. Also, it makes it more difficult to sell the house as well, or not more difficult to sell it, but more difficult to have the equity you thought you had in the house when you go to sell it. So that is, and typically on these loans, it takes 15 to 20 years to pay them off unless you pay it all in. If you pay it up front, it's different. You'll see the benefits right away for that investment on your house. So I would look at those numbers when they come. And also, you got to remember, the salesperson that knocked on your door gets a huge commission. I've coached the salespeople that represent solar companies, and they, on a $50,000 unit, they may get anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000 of commission on there. So know that that's where a huge portion of your payment goes right away if they're knocking on your door and selling those to you. Also, if you are putting these on your house, you want to make sure it's a reputable company that has been around for a while, because one of the issues that I've seen when people put these on their house is a lot of times the companies are smaller and they either get bought up or they dissolve within a couple of years. So if you ever have any problems with the panel, you don't have anybody to call. And other companies typically don't like working on the panels from another company. So there are some ways to make it a little more beneficial. Now, the break-even point on these is, it depends. It's typically anywhere from 10 to 20 years. So depending on how good of panels you put in, how good of a company it is, it could be 10 to 20 years. So if you're looking to sell your house in the next 10 years, you may not want to put them on there just because you're not going to see any of the financial benefits. If you're going to stay in the house for the next 30 years, it may be a good option for you to put those on. So after you get them paid off, you'll see some of those financial benefits. Also, you got to realize this is a product that wears out. It takes abuse up on your roof. The panels, there's wear and tear. You also have to remember that you have to service them and clean them to be able to get the full strength. So you've got to take those expenses into consideration as well. And again, those are more expenses that you don't think about when you're purchasing these. Now, there are certain states that offer tax incentives. Now, those tax incentives are dwindling. They're not as prominent as they used to be. So if there is a way that you can get those, you can add that into the equation. But be cautious. I have seen a lot of people fall for this and not get the tax benefits that they were promised when they bought the solar panels. If you get the tax benefits and you get everything that's promised, you may be able to break even with this expense quite a bit sooner. So now I know where I live. A lot of times they will tell you that they increase the value of your house. Where I live, they don't increase the value of your house. The one thing they do is if somebody wants solar panels on their house, they're more likely to buy a house with those. It's similar to landscaping, where if they like the landscaping, it may not increase the value a whole lot, but it may make it so the house sells quicker than the house next door if you're selling them at the same time. So again, look into that, talk to your realtor, see if there's a benefit of adding them. There are certain parts of the country where they are more valuable. They increase the value of your house, especially if there is a requirement to have them on the house. So be educated when you're doing this. So there's a lot of things you need to look at if you're going to add these to your house. Again, how long are you going to live in the house? Remember, it is a lien against your house, so that you do have to pay that off before you can sell it. So you got to deduct that amount of money from the income that you brought in for the purchase or the sale of the house. Also look at how long you want to stay there. The break-even point is very important on this, because if the panels break in the first 3 years, they're not worth it. And I can tell you, most of the people that I have coached have not hit that point where they were beneficial enough financially. Now, if you're looking to buy a house and you find one that has them on there, make sure you don't pay a whole lot extra for them, and then it will be beneficial for you. You'll see the benefits right as you move in. You may not have much of an electric bill. But again, like I said, you want to be educated when you go into this decision. Make sure that you're not getting tricked. I've seen so many people duped when they add them to their house. And it's sad, because they thought they were getting these cost savings. They thought that it was going to be a huge benefit, and it wasn't. Now, I have seen people that it has been a very good benefit. If they had the money, they put them on their house. They were able to, I've seen a lot of people when they buy an electric vehicle, they'll put them on the house to be able to charge that vehicle so it doesn't draw from their electricity. So there are different reasons to put them up there. And again, most of the time, financially, you will not see the benefit of it unless you are living in the house for a longer period of time. Or if you can buy a house that already has them on there, you'll see them right away. So again, if you have more questions, go ahead and subscribe to our channel, like it, send it to this. If you've got friends or family that are considering this, we can run through the numbers with them and give them our honest opinion of if it's going to be beneficial or not financially. Again, this video was just based on the finances of it. If you want to get off the grid, or you want to be more environmentally friendly, those are other great reasons to do it. Just know that financially, it's going to take a long time to see any of those benefits. You eventually will, and at that point, you might be very glad that you did it. So my name is Matt with Highline Financial Coaching. Have a great day.